I mean, we try to stay within our program mostly, so we not try to look outside, look to the media, look at people that are, saying the negative things about us, if they are. But I could see why there are reasons that people could doubt us. Not that I believe in those, but we did lose players that were vital to that team last year, and it's kind of scary, a team coming off a big season like we did, to have a letdown, because you don't want guys to think they've arrived or to be entitled to winning games. There's a reason we won the games, and there's a reason we had the season we did. It's because our culture and the culture that's been built here, and that's what that whole season was established on. So while I do realize there are doubters, and I get their reasoning, like I don't believe in it, and nobody in that locker room believes in it. Especially today at practice, there were guys out there flying around going full speed, and I think that was good to see.
Taylor, was there any significance to you guys as players to have Braxton out there, even just for warm-ups? That's all we saw today.
Yeah, I mean it's just good because people know his face around here. Even the young guys coming in, everybody knows Braxton, and knows what a great player he has been here, and it's been a while since he's been able to be out there with us, really. And just have him out there, just running around, just having his presence, just having veteran guys, that can be comforting for some people. I'm definitely sure.
In the locker room, how much conversation is there outside? We're all talking about three quarterbacks and this derby that could go on through August. For you guys as players, how much attention are you paying to that?
None. Because, first of all, everybody has their own things that they need to be focusing on. A big focus of mine is to make sure that offensive line is at that level of play that they are, and who's going to be the right tackle, and we have to rotate some guys through there because we don't have as much depth. So there's a lot more other focuses for the players, and I'm going to let the coaches figure that out. I know we got three great quarterbacks that can all play, and whoever they throw in there, I know will be fine. And that's for the coaches to figure out, and I just do my job.
Who is going to be the right tackle? Number one, if you look at your group specifically, obviously Jacoby's, had his surgery and stuff. He's sidelined, but what do you see from that group, but especially starting at right tackle?
Well, I mean, just today, jogging out there. Not that it's finalized. Chase was in that spot, and he had an amazing offseason. I've always loved the way he works. I've always been a big fan of his, and he's one of my friends. So I'm really excited to see him get a shot at that spot. Because if he wins it, he'll definitely be deserving. And then there's Jamarco. He's a younger guy, but tons of potential. He's incredibly talented, and I just think that he just needs to figure out how to practice more. He has streaks, and he'll show you flashes of wow, this kid could be a really great player. But I think the consistency is a big thing for him.
Who are a couple of the younger guys in the line room that you think are stepping up this year? I mean, Kyle Trout was out there a little bit.
Yeah, well, Kyle had been sick a little bit, so he was backed off a little bit today because he'd lost some weight. He's still fighting off whatever it was. But I'm like I said, I'm really excited to see what Jamarco has, because you see that kind of potential that he could have. And then I think Marcellus Jones is probably the best athlete in our room. He's an unbelievable athlete. That kid can run and he can cut. He's fast, and it's just a matter of him getting down the playbook and making the conscious decision to want to learn that, to want to be able to play. Because that kid, like I said, he's probably the best athlete in the room. And for a big a guy as he is, that's really impressive. The one thing I love about Evan is he is really mean on the field. He'll take things personal, and he's gritty. He's not gonna blow you away with his measurables or him running or things in the weight room, but he just grinds out there. He's a gritty guy, and out there today, he was plugged in at that right guard spot, and he can do some impressive things. And him coming off the injury last year, hopefully he's hungry to try to compete for some playing time.
What are your thoughts on Ed Warner taking over as the offensive coordinator? I'm sure the offense won't change much, but just what are your thoughts on Coach Warner taking over as the offensive coordinator?
Well, first of all, I'm happy for him, because I know he deserves something like that, a promotion like that, and I know that when Coach Herman told us he was leaving, that I knew Coach Warner wanted that spot because he'd been an OC before. I'm completely confident in his ability to do that. And I know that there's a lot of responsibility for him coaching the O-line while, calling the plays, because, he's got 5 guys out there, on the line that he's responsible for, and he's responsible for calling the plays and get the offense going. And if there's any coach on the staff, it's him that can do that. So I have the utmost confidence in him, and him when Coach Herman was still here, they kind of coordinated things together. I know Coach Warner did a lot of the run game. I think he coordinated the entire run game. And then Coach Herman was, he was the one calling plays, and they would go back and forth on the headsets. What do you want here? So it wasn't like it was just one person. And yeah, Coach is going to call the plays, but there's going to be some help out there on the field. I definitely think.
Talk to you much about being a coach on the field, so to speak, as a senior, a 3-year starter, that you need to be a kind of a coach on the field for him?
Yeah, even going into last year, it's a huge lead by example thing, because you can chirp all you want, but you got to be out there and leading by example, because if you're going to say one thing and you're not going to do it, and you're going to slack off and not going to set that example, you can't tell other guys to do that. So, I kind of want to help him set that standard, because I know he has more responsibility, and I think I can take on more responsibility out there on the team. Especially I think Pat can too. Him being a returning starter. So I think we can help him out there for sure.
And last couple of questions. Front row left, Doug.
How is Urban Meyer different as a coach after a national championship compared to what you experienced with him before?
Same guy. We're supposed to win championships around here. That's what we do. We come out every year to compete for championships, whichever ones they may be. But he's not going to change what type of guy he is, because there's the type of guy he is and the type of program he runs and the culture that they've established here is why we've been able to, win as many games as we have. So, he is the same guy. He's not going to change. He was incredibly happy. We had our champions meeting, after we won. He called out the champions for the game, and he'll recognize you, and he'll recognize those guys for their efforts. But he's not going to change the type of person or the type of program or the culture that we're going to have around here.
And final question. Bill?
When you walked out today, did you notice the national championship sign? Did you?
Oh, we knew right when that went up. He told us even before we went down there. He said, after we win this game right here, this is the spot that it's going. So we've seen that that's been out there when we're running and whatnot, and to know that we're kind of immortalized here. It's such a storied program. It's pretty unbelievable.
What's it like to know that you're back on the field, and it's the last time you were on the field, you were pursuing that, and you got it?
I had a lot of fun out there today, even though we weren't in pads. Even though it's been kind of a quick turnaround, because it was a long season, but that's what we love doing. We love getting out there and playing, and I think you realize that we have to start that next journey for next season. We can't idle because of what we did last season. So just getting back out there and getting back to work, it was fun just getting out there running around, because that's what we love playing football. That's what we love to do. So just to get back out there doing that with your friends, a lot of energy, it was fun.